3 simple ways to use my credit repair tips and save thousands. My credit repair tips are simple, yet they provide ways to help you repair your credit without having to give up your lifestyle. Before I offer you my credit repair information, though, I must tell you that not knowing your current debt situation, the solution may not work for everyone. I am not a professional credit counsellor or financial advisor. So, by saying this, I wish that you take my tips as a stepping stone. However, please make sure you research and get all the facts before attempting any of my ideas. I highly recommend that you contact your local credit bureau and have them provide you with a history of your credit report. Making contact with a credit bureau will give you the information and a good understanding of where you stand if you have credit problems. Depending on how good or bad your credit reports indicate, will be the stepping stone to your debt recovery process. Now, I will provide you with the information on how to repair your credit score another time, because this article is more for the person searching to reduce their credit debt. I will always provide you ways to maintain your current lifestyle without having to give things up you want. And that word is key to controlling your debt. Want. Purchase what you need and negotiate the things you want. When you understand the major difference between needing and wanting something, you will be on the way to a debt-free life. The reasons why so many Americans and people worldwide are in such financial debt is because they purchase too many items that they want and not enough of what they need. Combine the two and you have a financial tornado that never stops spinning. I consider items that fall under the need category, such as food, shelter, and clothing. You may come up with a different list, but the important message here is that you have to understand that there are basic necessities that you cannot live without before you can improve your credit. For example, purchasing a vehicle, which seems to be a large contributor for many that get into financial trouble quickly. If you have to look at this purchase and ask yourself if you really need a vehicle, many of you will probably say yes, because having to admit that a car or truck for most of you is a want and not a need and to answer this question, you simply have to realize whether it really supports your transportation goals. Go back and ask yourself the question in terms of transportation needs. Do you really need a vehicle to get from point A to point V or point A to point B? Or do you only want a car or truck for the convenience it provides you? Compare the monthly lease or finance payments, maintenance and gas expenses compared to bus transportation or even using a minicab service for emergency and last minute situations. For example, taking an Uber instead of having your own car. Do the maths and see which solution will save you the money each month and focus on achieving that goal to savings. It's a loaded question and solution, but if you answered truthfully and realistically, it can save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars a year. You will have more equity in your pocket for other things that you need, and when you control your personal expenses, the savings return into equity that can reward yourself from time to time. If you still don't agree with me on the transportation example, it's okay. It's because I only want to use this example to show how our minds have a hard time distinguishing between the two, then between need and want concept. I'm going to offer you tips that may not have exercised in the past, but these are simple tips which could easily save you money. Many of you might be borderline in debt and are slowly increasing your chance of becoming a creditor's nightmare. However, even though you may be aware of your financial situation, you just cannot stop the shopping itch for all the latest trendy items which you don't need but want. Follow my repair tip strategies and you don't have to compromise your lifestyle. Each credit repair tip that I offer is in no way guaranteed. I highly recommend that you do all the research possible to make it work for you. Not understanding the consequences will only get you deeper into debt, and that's not my intention. Many items that you buy that fall under the want category may normally have what I call an enjoyment cycle. What I mean by this is that when you make the purchase, how long does it take you to lose enjoyment from the item? And how long does it take for it to finally end up in the back of your closet or the corner of your garage? Let's say on average it takes only 1 month for the appeal of the item to wear off. And if you agree with me, I can offer you some great tips that will work where you can actually enjoy the trendy items but save tons of money in the process. These tips will take a bit of research and networking, but if you have the motivation to repair your debt and enjoy your favourite products at the same time, this will be worth the effort. So tip 1, research as many of your popular shopping venues that offer a 30-day no question returns policy or have a deferral program that allows you to test the products with no financial obligation. Keep in mind that you must make sure that you know exactly what their policies allow so you don't get stuck with the product which you do not want to keep. Having the time period to try the items at no cost is an advantage to you, and prior to the 30 days or longer is completed, ask the important question, do I need it, or did you just want it because all the hype it gave you? This is your opportunity to see if it is something you will use for the long term or will just be another dust collector. If you send it back, you can get a credit back to your card. You can give yourself the opportunity to get the want feeling out of your system and really find if you need it or not. Tip 2. There are so many retail and online stores that offer monthly specials such as a 2-for-1 deal. With your savvy and creative mind, compile a list of your favourite shops and that provide these monthly specials for your desired items and find out on average how many of your closest friends and family members purchase from these shops. You can provide a shopping service for them as a convenience. Tell them that you expect nothing in return sooner than the second item that has been offered for free. This tip is a little more work, but once you establish your services, they will become invaluable and rewarding for you and your recipients. First, start with your friends and family because they will be understanding with your current financial situation and will support you in your venture. From there, you can let word of mouth expand your service, and who knows, you may develop this service into a little business that may turn your life around in a positive direction. Tip 3. If you have friends, family members, or associates that don't own a credit card but want to experience the savings of many items offered online or discounts that are given only to certain credit card purchases, let these people know that you can help them save money by using your card. It's very important to remember, do not under any circumstances use your card without receiving payment up front. If you get into further financial trouble, if you don't establish rules in your service and always ask for payment prior to any charges. If done properly, you will be able to accumulate a great number of points for free items And in the process, you'll be able to help many of your recipients get their favourite items at a reduced cost, plus any perks that go to using a credit card online or their select retail store. These are just a couple of the tips that I can offer that may be a solution to helping you pay down your credit card debt while taking advantage of all the free services to test and enjoy items at no cost to you. Do your homework, and when you implement these programs successfully, you will achieve enjoying the items that you want and use your extra equity to pay down your bills.